Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the vlog for the last day of week 2. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. So I haven't been on for a couple days over the weekend because there wasn't really anything to chat about or update you guys. Everything was pretty much the same. You know, we're in lockdown, so pretty boring and ordinary and just the same thing every day. So one of the things that I do want to bring up to show you guys the reality of how, you know, if there is anything that changes at the end of the month in my body, in my physique or whatever, which I doubt there will be, probably very minor changes because like I said, when it comes to abs, it's all in your diet. And for someone healthy like myself, who is very active, it is also all in the diet, okay? We can build, we can build muscle, we can build mass, we can build strength, but in terms of aesthetics changes where body fat is what we are talking about losing, that's pretty much all down to a calorie deficit and a diet, basically. So yeah, as I was saying, basically I want you guys to know what I've been how I've been training, what I've been eating, because I want it to be realistic, and I want people to know that if something does happen, or if something doesn't happen, like obviously my core is getting a lot stronger. But what my schedule basically is. So for the most part, from Monday to Friday, I am doing more than just the core workout because of my job. I teach classes. On Instagram Live. I teach classes on another platform. I teach classes on Zoom in the evening that I also get involved in. So, I after I've done this, or before I've done these workouts, I also have to slot in the core workout. And obviously, because of the way I program my workouts for other people, there is also some core elements involved in some of those workouts. So just to give you an idea. But anyway, today what I want to talk about is burning fat in your core. So I guess what I find really interesting as a trainer, right? And many trainers, we find this so fascinating because we know this information and we think that it's pretty straightforward and pretty obvious, but we have, slowly become aware that actually there are more people out there who still don't understand this, right? And so that is the concept of the fact that you cannot just spot train your fat. You can't just say, I want to get rid of my belly fat, and you're just going to exercise and lose your belly fat, right? This is all dependent on your genetics, right? So your body's going to lose fat wherever it wants to lose fat, right? So if you are someone who will probably, you've got slightly leaner arms and legs, and that's where your body wants to stay lean, right? And you don't have a problem with your arms or your legs or whatever, then actually your body's still going to go for fat in those areas first. And then after some time, it'll take from, your stomach and your back and all that. So you're just going to lose wherever it is you're going to lose. And you just can't choose where you lose it. So even though you're doing these ab exercises, right, that doesn't mean you're burning fat there. That means you are strengthening the muscle. You are, building those muscle fibers, all that kind of stuff. So you are spot training in terms of strength and the muscle density in that area, but you are not burning fat. There is a difference, and muscle and fat are two different things. They're like apples and oranges. Apples can never turn into oranges. Oranges can never turn into apples, okay? And that is the same thing with muscle and fat. They don't convert and change, one becomes the other. That's not how it works, right? So you are basically building more muscle and losing fat. That's what happens, when you get leaner and have that more toned look, right? So don't believe these YouTube workouts that tell you like, oh, this is a belly burning workout. Like, no such thing. They are just marketing and trying to get you to buy their product, all right? This does not exist. And I know this is a very, and you don't want to hear this because you want someone to tell you that you can burn your belly fat, but you can't. Even if you go to one of the, so I just had a conversation with this about, about this with my cousin. Even if you go to one of those, like, I don't know, salon, I don't know, beauty treatment places that say that they're gonna like laser off your fat or something like that using like, I don't know, some heat device, that does not work either. What's probably happening is you are just like losing water, okay? That device is making you sweat and you are losing water. So in terms of, some kind of spot reducing your belly fat, probably, if you want to say like there must be some way where I can just say like, okay, I want to remove fat in my belly. Yeah, sure, liposuction. But then again, if your genetics is the way that it is and you gain fat in your belly first, well, guess what? That's where it's going to come back again. So which is why people are always going, people who do liposuction don't just do it once and then they're done. They've got to constantly do it, so that's a bit drastic, don't you think? But anyway, so yeah, the only way, to really, really like focus on your abs is actually, the most effective way really is to eat very strict, right? So when they say abs are made in the kitchen, you can sort of, fight your genetics as much as you can so that you are not gaining belly fat, but that takes a lot of work and a lot of effort in the kitchen, okay? It's all in your diet, right? It is a boring, absolutely, just life that has no fun, right? Like I have done it. For 2 years, I was on a very strict nutrition plan and I followed it and I, brought my chicken to a restaurant and just dumped it on, a salad that had no dressing, that kind of stuff, right? It's ridiculous. That is basically, the length that you have to go when you see these really lean people with abs. And the people who really have to work for it, like not the ones who are just genetically, that's how their body is. Well, this is what you have to do. It is a boring life, right? And you've got to be in that mindset where, the way your body looks is the most important thing to you. Do you know what I mean? And you're willing to give up your friends. You're willing to give up, entertainment. You're willing to give up everything just to have a lean body. So that's the reality of it. So I say just, eat well, eat mindfully, exercise, and think about your health and whatever body comes from that, which is how your genetics wants you to be shaped, that you find a way to be confident in that natural shape of yours. So, yep, that is what I have to say about belly fat. All right, guys. So, I'm gonna leave it here. There is my rambling again. But anyway, hope all of this makes sense and hope you enjoyed the workout, and I will see you tomorrow.